morning, children. We are once again in the science period. We have already started with chapter 12 yesterday, reproduction in plants, and today is the second part of the same chapter. So children, when we were talking of reproduction, it is the process through which living organisms they produce a new living organism like itself. So as you have already studied, it is a process. Then we talked about the two parts of the plant. One was the vegetative part and the other one was the reproductive part. Within the vegetative parts, we have the root, stem and the leaves along with the bud, and they help in the growth and the nutrition. The reproductive part is your flower. Then we started with the distinguish of the between the asexual and the sexual. So I will just talk about the asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction, here the new plants are obtained without the production of the seeds or the spores. Vegetative propagation is a type of asexual reproduction in which a new plant is produced from the roots, stem and the leaves. But here the reproduction is taking place through the reproductive part of the plant. So children, we will start off with an activity where we will be discussing about the vegetative part of the plant. What we will do here is we will take a branch of a rose or a champa with a node, and this piece of branch is termed as cutting. Now I just want to show you what is this thing when we are talking of a stem. So when we talk of a stem, this is a stem. So here we have the nodes from where the other axil leaves they grow. So here you might have seen in a plant, this is the node which already you have studied last year, and this is the internode. So they are talking of to take a piece of branch which is having a node, that means this much part. Okay, so this is all your talking about the cutting. So here you can see within the figure they have taken up the node, okay, and within the node from this part they have made a cut. Okay, so here they have made a cut, this was the node, so this they have given here. Okay, then what happened, sometimes they even cut, what they do is the lower part, the root part, they just leave within the ground. So this is what is your cutting. They have just taken the upper part. Now when they have taken the upper part, they bury the cutting within the soil, and a node is the part of the stem, either the branch from where the leaf arises. Now water this cutting every day and then observe the growth. That means you keep on pouring water into it, and then after a few days you will be seeing what happens. This is another way of cutting, and this is said to be your artificial way. Okay, and this is your grafting. Okay, here what is done, the plant is cut. Okay, the twig is taken from some other plant, okay, and then that is inserted on the right hand side. Here you can see within the same. Okay, how they do is they just take up the two stems, okay, and one stem is called the cycon and the other one is called the stolon. Okay, and then they insert. How they insert is they make a somewhat this way. Okay, and the other they bring the other piece that they insert on the top. Here you can see in figure number 2 how they have put. Now they will be covering this up. Okay, so they cover it up, and when they cover it up, it is formed like this. Okay, and when we get a plant like this, from this part the roots will emerge here. Okay, and when the roots emerge from here, it is said to be grafting, because here whatever the you can say the characteristics are there within the plant, which is said to be the stalk, which is embedded within the soil, will be transferred into the new part of the plant. Okay, so that is your cycon. Okay, so here this is said to be, this method is said to be your grafting. I hope both the methods are clear to you. One was your cutting and the same one, that is one and the same only. This is your grafting, this is artificially done. So here you can see in the cutting method, this we are talking about the cutting method. We have just put the plant within the soil. So what is happening now? The roots, here you can see the plant that is taken up, it is cut now, and so now it is put into the soil. So roots have emerged out and this will grow within the soil. So what happens now? Roots comes out from that place and the new leaves also arise. Apart from the flower buds, there are buds within the axil of the leaves which develops into the shoot. These buds are called the vegetative buds. A bud consists of a short stem around which the immature overlapping leaves are folded. So here you, within the last this one, you can see how the leaves are folded and how it has grown up into a new plant, how it will grow up. So here you can see the vegetative buds can give rise to the new plant. So here you can see how a new plant, this is the new part of the plant and this has emerged out and it will give rise to a new plant, and this is the vegetative bud which is growing up into a new plant. So vegetative propagation, it not only takes place in the mango, in the rose or in any other plant, but it takes place in many of our common use, the daily used vegetables also, such as your potato, ginger, onion, sweet potatoes, dahlia flower and your bryophyllum. So in all these different modes of vegetative propagation takes place by the different vegetative parts. Okay, so we will be discussing about them. Here you can see the potato. So what we are doing is, here again we are taking another activity. We are taking a fresh potato, and what we do is we see the scales. You might have already seen the scales which are said to be the eyes of the potato. Okay, so we will just cut it and bury them in the soil, and we will water it regularly for a few days. So here you can see within the scales which are said to be the eyes, and this is the bud. So what we do is we cut them and we put them into the water, we put them into the soil. So after few days what will happen, it will start growing and you will get the potatoes like this. This is another one. This is, I hope you all are understanding with the figure. This is your ginger. Okay, so ginger also grows with the vegetative propagation. So we will just see how this ginger grows now. So ginger is another underground stem which is called the rhizome. It has the scale leaves and the buds that reproduces. So here you can see the scaly leaves on the ginger which grows up into a new plant. This plant already all of you might have seen. This is your bryophyllum. So here you might have seen how the plant, these leaves, it grows up into a new plant. So here you can see on the notches of these leaves where the plant will grow. Okay, and it can be grown up into a new plant. So bryophyllum plant leaves can reproduce by growing some plantlets from the notches at the end of the leaf margin. These plantlets fall on the soil and grow up into a new plant. So after a few days when they grow up, they fall, and as soon as they get the soil, they start growing up into a new plant. I hope this is your sweet potato. Yes, I hope all of you might have seen. This is your sweet potato. So here I will just tell you one thing. The potatoes, they are considered to be the stem, and these are considered to be the roots. So here the roots of certain plants like your dahlia and your sweet potatoes, they have buds on them, and when these swollen roots, they are planted within the soil, they grow up into a new plant. So both stem as well as the sweet potato, both are found under the soil. Okay, but still your potato is a stem and this is your root. Okay, potato is a stem because it has got buds which provides you the, which grows up into a plant. Okay, so this is your this we are talking of the root, that is your sweet potato. This is another one, this is your onion. Okay, so in onion these are the bulbs which you see. Okay, it is said to be the bulb, and with these bulbs the plant, they grow up into a new onion plant. So the onion is a bulb with thick succulent leaves. Such bulbs are capable of producing the new bulb with the help of the bud. An onion is a type of a modified stem. This is all you have studied in your lower standard also. Modified stem, bulb, that means the different types of the vegetative propagation you have already studied, but here we are talking of them in detail. Oh, this onion is not there in your book, but I am just referring you so that it is clear to you, because it is also considered to be under your modified stem. Then we have the plants such as your cacti, which produces the new plant. When their parts, they get detached from their main plant body, so each part that detaches, it grows up into a new plant. Suppose any of the part of the cactus, okay, here you can see this cactus plant, it detaches, it falls on the ground, and when it falls on the ground, it gets the suitable condition, so it grows up into a new plants. So plant produced by the vegetative propagation will take very less time to grow. They bear the flowers and the fruits earlier than those which produce from the seeds. So this is one of the advantages, characteristic of your vegetative propagation. The new plants are exact copies of the parent, and the plants, they are produced from the single parent only. That means another parent is not at all required. So it is your type of your asexual, but under the asexual we have the vegetative propagation. So today in the children, in the period, we have discussed about the vegetative reproduction in your potato, in your ginger, in your sweet potato, dahlia, cacti, all these plants. We have seen that how the vegetative parts, they help in the process of reproduction. So the home assignment for today, what is vegetative reproduction, and explain how the reproduction takes place in potato and sweet potato. I hope the topic is clear to you. So we will meet in the next period. Bye bye. Thank you.